In this video, we are going to learn about comparison operators. A lot of time we want to compare values, whether some value is greater than or less than or equal to or even not equal to another value. We'll go through each operators one by one and try to understand their behavior. So let's start with greater than or less than, greater than or equal or less than or equal. We have two values like 13 and 24. I want to see if 13 is greater than 24 or not. The first thing we need to understand about comparison operator, all of them, is they will always return a boolean data type. So here when we say 13 greater than 24, it will return false. Let's go ahead and two variable a, that is 200, and b, that is 100. We can do it with variable also, like a greater than b, it will return true because the value of a is 200 and the value of b is 100. There is another operator called less than. A is less than b. It means that 200 is less than 100 and that is false. So here we are comparing two numbers. We can also compare strings. So in JavaScript, string comparison follows a dictionary order or letter by letter order you can think about. Starts from A and goes to Z. So something like when we say capital A is greater than capital B, and the answer is false because it starts from A and go till Z. So Z is the biggest value and A is the smallest one. So if we do something like C is greater than A, it means it will give us true. So string comparison follows a dictionary order which starts from A and goes till Z. We can also compare lowercase letters like A greater than C, lowercase. It will be false because lowercase starts from lowercase a to lowercase z. But what if we mix them, like lowercase a is greater than uppercase a, and that is true because the string comparison starts from a, b, c, d, and you can keep going till z, and starts from a, b, c, d, and goes till z. So it starts from uppercase letter. So uppercase A is the lowest in terms of all the alphabets, uppercase or lowercase. And lowercase z is the biggest in terms of all the characters. So this is when we compare characters. But what will happen if we compare words? Something like hello greater than hell. In this what happens? Each word, so letter by letter comparison will happen. So it is like, okay, H capital is greater than H capital. It is not. So it will come to the next one. E lowercase compared. So it's not greater. So it will go on to L, next L, and now they have O, but it doesn't have anything. So in that way, it returns true. Similarly, if we go ahead and do something like Sam is greater than Dan. So what happens here? The first letter comparison will happen. That is Ace is greater than D capital, and that is true, and it will return true. So comparison you can also do it with 21 greater than 21. That is false, obviously, but what if greater than or equal to? So this is a new operator that checks whether the value is greater than or equal to another value. Similarly, we have less than or equal to 23. So it will return true if the value is equal or if the value is less than. So I'll go ahead and change this value to 300 and it will return true. So here in the previous cases, we are comparing two numbers. Similarly, when we are saying hello is greater than hell, both the values are string. So here we learnt about greater than, less than, greater than equal to, and less than equal to with numbers and strings. You can do the similar things with other value types. Let's move to the next operator, that is double equal to and not equal to. So double equal to checks for equality. So what does it mean is, we can say 21 is equal to, it means you are asking whether the value 21 is equal to the other value, that is 21. Obviously that is true, but what if we say 21 equal to 24? It will return us false. So this is checking for equality, whether the value on the left hand side is equal to on the right hand side or not. There is another operator called not equal to. So we are saying 21 is not equal to 21. That is false because they are equal. Similarly, we can say 21 is not equal to 210, and it will be true. And we can do the same thing with strings also. Like we can say hello is equal to hello. It means that I'm asking whether the value on the left hand side is equal to on the right hand side or not. So it says yes. And we can use not equal to the same thing, and it will give us false because they are equal. But what if we change the value from hello to hell, and it will give us true. Let's move to the next part, that is strict equality and strict not equal. So we did the comparison. In all of our comparison, we are comparing two same data type. Like if it is a number, the other value is a number. If it is a number, the other value is number. Even here, if the first value is a string, second value is a string. Two different value types in JavaScript. Say, I want to compare 12 is greater than string 12. So here the first data type is a number, the second data type is a string. And when we do that, we find first value is not greater than the second value. But what if we do something like greater than or equal to? So here you can see we have a value that is a number, and we have another value that is a string. 12 of number is greater than or equal to string 12. We can do the comparison operator of double equal to, and it gives us the same result. But what if we do something like 12, but this time we are using strict equality, that is 12 of number is equal to 12 of string, and when we press enter, it gives us false. So that is the difference between double equal to and triple equal to. As we have learned about type conversion, whenever the type on the left hand side and on the right hand side are not same, JavaScript performs a type conversion for us, and that is called implicit type conversion. And let's look at this example. We say 12 plus 12. So here in this case, the first value is a number and second value is a string. And because second value is a string, and plus operator has two behaviors based on the value. If the values are number, it will be added. If any of the value is a string, it will be concatenated. So here this number got converted into a string, and because of that, the output is 1212. And this type of conversion is called implicit type conversion. There is another type of conversion that you as a developer can convert something like 12 of string to 12 of number. So we revised about type conversion. Now let's see 12 is equal to 12 of string. It returns true, but when we do the same thing with strict equality, it returns false. Why is this happening in this way? So here in the first example, we are comparing two values 12 and 12 of string using double equal to, and here we are using triple equal to. Let's try to understand what is the difference between them. So when we use double equal to, it allows implicit type conversion to happen. But when does implicit type conversion happens? Whenever there is a difference in types. So here the first value is a number, the second value is a string. Because there is a difference in types, the type conversion that is implicit done by JavaScript will happen here. You are asking whether 12 of number is equal to 12 of string or not. Then JavaScript is like, why would somebody want to compare a number with a string? So it performs implicit type conversion. And what it does, it will convert this value into a number value. And because it is converting that value into number, now this value will return 12 exactly like this. And that is the reason the output here is true. But in the second case, triple equal to doesn't allow implicit type conversion to happen. It's like if the type on the left hand side and type on the right hand side are not same, they will return false no matter what. Let's try to understand the same thing with a different example. Let's see what happens when we convert true into number. It results 1. So let's now use this value, that is true is equal to 1 and true equal to 1. So here what we are doing, we are comparing using double equal to and triple equal to. And what we understood is double equal to allows implicit type conversion to happen. But when does implicit type conversion happens? Whenever there is a difference in types. So here the first value is boolean, the second value is a number. There is a difference in type. So type conversion will convert true into 1, and because of that we get the result true. But in triple equal to, it doesn't allow implicit type conversion to happen and we get the result false. Similar to double equal to and triple equal to, there is another thing called not equal to and strict not equal to. Here we are using not equality and here we are using strict not equality. So this will allow implicit type conversion to happen, and in that way 21 is equal to 21 of string when converted to number. So that's why it returns false, because you are asking is it not equal to? But here when you do that, you will get true as a result. A lot of time people can trick you with the question of 21 equal to 21 with triple equal to and double equal to. The first thing you need to notice is only when there is a difference in types, the type conversion will happen. Otherwise, the result of double equal to and triple equal to will be the same. So if somebody asks 21 equal to 21 and 21 triple equal to 21, you should not be getting tricked by seeing double equal to and triple equal to, because their behavior will be same if both the types are the same data types. If the types are not same, then the result will be different. Because triple equal to doesn't allow implicit type conversion to happen, it is called strict equality. So triple equal to checks the value and the type of value, but double equal to just checks the value by performing implicit type conversion. A lot of people will tell you always use triple equal to. My suggestion would be to learn double equal to, how it behaves, and majority of the time you should use triple equal to. But there are some scenarios where double equal to is also useful, that we will see in future lessons. We learned about truthy and falsy values, and there are 6 falsy values: 0, empty string, null, undefined, and nan, along with false. Double equal to gets tricky when you start comparing these values. So what if you compare two values like empty string is equal to 0? So here what we are doing, we are using double equal to, and the type on the left hand side and on the right hand side are not same. So implicit type conversion will happen. And when we press enter, we see the output is true. Similarly, when we do the same thing, but this time using triple equal to doesn't allows implicit type conversion to happen, so it will not work. Similarly, let's try with true double equal to 1. And we know that when we convert this value into boolean, it gives us 1. So obviously their comparison is true. And if we do the same thing with triple equal to, we don't get that output. But what if we start comparing something like undefined equal to 0? We know that undefined is a falsy value, 0 is a falsy value. When implicit type conversion happens, they should return true, but they are returning false. So this gets a bit tricky when you start doing it not a number is equal to 0, and you also always get false. Similarly, if you do null equal to 0 and you think null is a falsy value, so it should be equal, but that is not happening, and it gets a bit confusing. But don't worry, what I've done for you guys is created a chart, and this is only for double equal to, so that's why the heading says for double equal. All these falsy values can be categorized into three boxes. So the first box contains 0, empty string, and false, that is number, string, and boolean. Here in the second box we have undefined and null. In the third box, nan is there. And the rule is each of these boxes doesn't interact with each other. In case like first doesn't interact with second, second doesn't interact with third, and in the same way third doesn't interact with first. But they allow inter-house interchangeability. Like a number value can be converted into a string and string can get converted into boolean when you are comparing using double equal to. Similarly here, undefined and null can be interchanged. But the thing about nan is not even equal to itself. So these are the three things we need. So these are the things we need to remember. And now if we compare, we will be able to predict the output very easily. So we have three houses. In the first house, we have number, string, boolean, falsy values. Then we have null, undefined, and nan. And they don't allow each other to go into the reference houses. So let's see and compare them. So what happens when we say 0 equal to undefined? They belong to two different houses. It belongs to first house, this belongs to second house, and the output that comes is false because they don't allow two different houses to have an implicit type conversion. Similarly, when we say not a number is not even equal to not a number, even when you're using triple equal to, it will be the same output. Similarly, what happens when we say not a number is equal to any other value like 0? It will be false. If we do empty string, false. But if we do things like inter house, that is 0, empty string, and false, so that will allow that to happen. So we'll say 0 equal to empty string, true. 0 equal to false. Because first house contains boolean, number, and string, this will work. And if we do something like null is equal to undefined, we'll get the output because they belong to same house. But if we compare null equal to not a number, it will return false. So in that way, we learnt about double equal to and triple equal to, and how double equal to allows implicit type conversion to happen when there is a difference in types, and triple equal to doesn't allow that. And for double equal to, we also learned about three different boxes doesn't allow each other to coerce to another value. So in this way, we learned about all these comparison operators and the difference between double equal to and triple equal to.